This week we're going to continue talking about faith. Today I'm excited because I have a special guest here to tell us how he came to faith in God. Our guest today actually wrote most of what we call the New Testament in the Bible. You might know him by the name Paul, but he also went by the name Saul. We'll call him Saul for today. Saul, come on out.
Hi everyone, I'm Saul.
Well, welcome, Saul. I've been reading your story in Acts 9, and I read that you were a Jewish religious leader. Is that correct?
Yes, it is.
So as a religious leader, what did you think about the followers of Jesus who lived in your day?
Well, to be honest, the other religious leaders and I did everything we could to stop Jesus' followers. It didn't make sense to us that they claimed Jesus died on a cross and that they had actually seen him after he came back to life. So we arrested his followers, including a man named Stephen.
Wow, that's interesting because I actually shared Stephen's story with the kids just a couple weeks ago. So you were there for that?
Yes, I was. I actually held the coats of the people who were throwing stones at Stephen. I'm not proud of that now.
Wow, yeah. So that must have been pretty intense. So you kind of became known for hunting down people who were followers of Jesus?
Unfortunately, yes.
Wow. So can you tell us what happened when you were traveling to the city of Damascus? I heard that was a pretty big moment for you.
Yes, it was. I discovered that some Jewish people in Damascus were following Jesus, so I went there to arrest them. On the way there, this bright light from heaven flashed around me, and I fell to the ground. Then I heard a voice which said, "Saul, Saul, why do you oppose me?" I couldn't believe it. I said, "Who are you, Lord?" And the voice said, "I am Jesus, and the one who you are opposing. Now get up and go into the city. There you will be told what you must do."
Wow, that is crazy. Oh my goodness. So what did you do next?
Well, I got up, but I couldn't see anything.
Wow.
So my friends led me into Damascus. For 3 days I was blind.
Goodness.
I didn't eat or drink anything, but I started realizing that Jesus' followers were right. Jesus really was alive, and he really was the Son of God. I realized I had been wrong about him the whole time.
That is amazing. So did your life change after you realized that?
Oh yes, everything in my life changed. Even though I was now physically blind, I was able to see everything in a completely new way, all because of Jesus. Faith in Jesus really changes the way you see things.
Wow. Thank you so much for sharing that. What an amazing story. Thank you, Saul, for joining us this morning.
My pleasure. Thank you for having me.
We'll see you later.
See ya.
You know, it's true that God can change the way we see him and the way we see the world around us. God might not show himself to us like he did to Saul with a blinding light, but there are lots of different ways he shows us something about him. Sometimes he might speak to us when we see his beautiful creation or when we listen to a song that reminds us of his love. Tough things can remind us that God is always with us, and good things can remind us of the gifts he gives. So this week, my challenge for you is to see what you can discover about God. Will you pray with me? Dear God, it is amazing how you completely changed Saul's life. You do the same for us. When we put our faith in you, you change us on the inside. You make us want to love others instead of just ourselves. You change the way we see everything. Please help us see things your way this week. We love you and we ask these things in your name. Amen. So, I'm excited because the next few weeks we're going to get to learn a lot more about our friend Saul. So I hope you watch our kids' Bible videos for this week and stop by on Thursday to get an activity bag with more things about Saul. See you then!